Hello, everyone. Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening to all of you across the land and across the pond. I am Leo Brown here again with another intuitive insight. I shouldn't say I haven't done one of these in a while, but I really wanted to do this because this person has been on my mind all day long. And I discovered this person actually late. I was browsing the YouTube streets, and it was late at night, and I was like, and I'm trying to remember the first video I think I watched. I think was it a prison cook one, a prison meal? I don't remember, but I watched it, and I just thought, I was like, this is really interesting, and so eventually I ended up subscribing to the channel. So for those of you who don't know, who I'm talking about today is Larry Lawton. Larry Lawton is a YouTuber. He's here on the YouTube streets, and he is also a motivational speaker. He I don't know if he has a degree in law, but he has a background in law. He's most well known for being a jewel thief and going to prison, but also he does a lot with like prison reform and things of that nature. And I just really just enjoy him. I enjoy his candor, his honesty, his candidness. And also, he just seems like a really decent, sweet, warm, and fuzzy person who I think, just like he said, you make bad choices. And if you go to his channel, he reviews like TV, he does like he'll review like Scared Straight, he'll do things like that. So I just really wanted to um give back and give a little insight into him. But honestly, excuse me, honestly, he's pretty candid. Honestly, I mean, hopefully, I don't know what Spirit has to say, but we'll see. But I just really enjoy him, and I enjoy his candor, and I think he's just a really sweet guy. And he looks, if you notice, because I know he lost like 50 pounds, he looks awesome. Just saying. So hi, Larry. So with that being said, I'm gonna go ahead and get into that. But before I do, I want to say to all of you who are watching, thank you so much for watching and for subscribing and liking my videos. It really means a lot. And it lets YouTube know that you really enjoy what I do. And it motivates me as well. And if you would like a reading, if you would like a reading and you want something one-on-one yourself, you want a coaching session, because I'm also a life coach as well, you can log onto my website, which is psychicleo.com, and you can follow me on various social media platforms. If a reading is not your cup of tea, because it's not for everybody. I'm not one to force things down people's throats, though I don't mind things being forced down. No, that's not why we're here. But you know what I mean. I don't want to force what I do down people's throats. I just don't. It's not for everyone. So if you would just like to follow me, and you think I'm a cool girly man, then you're more than welcome to follow me. I would love that. All the information is down in the description below. So now that I've gotten the formalities out of the way, I'm going to go ahead and try my best to do a reading for Mr. Lawton. And I'm just going to say this. No reading is 100% accurate. The only thing that I am 100% of is human. Um, and, I can get it wrong. I've gotten it wrong numerous times. I have no problem with that. That's how you learn. Um, and everything is subject to change because we have a thing called free will. And like I said, this isn't for everybody either, but I just wanted to get that out of the way. So with that being said, I'm going to get into the reading, and my Zoom is being crazy. So I'm going to stop my video for just a second. Hold on, y'all. There we go, just for a moment. All right, and then cut it back on. One moment. Wait a minute. There we go. All right. So let me take a breath. Okay. So I'm going to call you Mr. Lawton throughout this process. So what I'm picking up, Mr. Lawton, is I pick up two things. I pick up a great deal of joy around you, but I also hear in my head you saying, there's so much work to do. There's so much work to do. I'm seeing paperwork, files. I'm getting a lot to do with authorities, either not, and I might be wrong in saying this, but it feels like the FBI or the CIA for me, because I see men in suits, and you literally saying, and it's not like he's in trouble, but I'm getting you working with people. People, I see policemen, I see handcuffs. So what I'm seeing is you working with local authorities, but in the sense of not in the sense of like, how do I say it? Correcting laws, because I'm literally seeing paperwork, contracts, a lot to do with bailmen, bail bondsmen, things like that. Reform. You really want it, like you really are, and I feel like for the past, um, excuse me, I am so sorry. I feel like for the past, and it is so unladylike. I feel like for the past 2 to 3 years or so, like really, you've been really hitting your nose at it, like really being like, I gotta do this, I gotta get this going. And I get a lot to do with underground, like something to do with underground prisons, something to do with Mexico, even because I'm seeing something to do with that. I get a lot of different things, but I also get a great deal of joy around you as well, because I feel like you really want to um, not only live your life as you choose, but you really want to give back, because I'm also seeing a lot to do with charity, because I definitely see the law work, but I see a lot to do with charity. I see you working with children a great deal. I'm seeing t-shirts. I'm seeing you doing a lot of merchandising, selling, a lot of that. But your main thing now is I literally hear you saying, like, I just want to sleep. I just want to, sleep well. I want to live well. I want to laugh. Because really deep down, Mr. Lawton, you're a really goofy person. Like I literally see you just being a goofball and dancing and laughing and have a good time. And it's funny, though you are in your 60s, you feel like you're in your 30s and 40s. And I kind of get you not making up for lost time, but I really feel like you're trying to make new memories. So that's why you really live life like, you know, and you can't keep still like at all. Um, I'm gonna say this: be careful on your motorcycle, because I'm seeing you ride a motorcycle, and I'm getting you that you need to be careful with that a little bit. Not that I see you getting into an accident, but just you're an adrenaline junkie. You have to have that passion, that push, but just don't wear yourself out, because you tend to do that, and you're always thinking. You're always thinking of ways to do things, thinking of ways of improving, even yourself. Like you very much are a perfectionist, because I'm seeing you in the gym and you are getting it. I'm seeing like your back, your shoulders. I forgot, I don't know what they call that, but it's like a weight you put on your chest. It's like and you do this, and I'm seeing you do that. And really getting at it, like really doing your thing, because you really are like, I want my body back. I want it together. I also see you. I feel like you're going to end up going on tour, because I feel like your podcast and your book and everything, they're going to end up being a tour. And I want to say probably by the summer, midsummer, somewhere in there, you're going to end up doing dates, and you're going to take, like, it's almost like you take your podcast of what you do on the road. And it's going to be small at first. It's going to start small, but then it's going to grow. And I feel like you're like, I really want to go on tour. I really want to inspire people. But it's not a typical, like, I'm Larry Lawton. It's more like, let's have some fun. But I also want to give you the real shit. I want to tell you the truth. Because I pick up a lot of people really, really, really value you, and your base or your influence really stretches with people. And I'm also picking up around you Either you doing like acting or like sitcom work. There's something you're going to end up doing in front of the camera. I know you have like your podcast and all that, but I definitely see you doing sitcom work as well, like getting in front of it. And I'm also seeing you, though I feel like you might have a little bit of dyslexia, but I would not be surprised if you either write a sitcom or there's something that you're going to do based on your life and it's going to come to the small screen. I feel like there's something going on with that. Um, so I would not be surprised if that's what you do. And oh my God, like you want to wear so many hats. I even see you directing, believe it or not, Mr. Lawton. That may sound really silly, but I feel like you really are, you're not a control freak, but you have to be in the driver's seat. Like you just have to. So I think that's why I'm seeing you wear so many hats. I'm also picking up around you. Oh my goodness. Um, it's so interesting because I feel like you have faith, but with what you've been through and what you've seen, not that you don't have it, but you really, what I'm getting is like you're doing this. Like you take a little from this, a little from this, a little from this, a little from this. It's like that. And I feel like on the other side, you've got so many people that are like, you literally have a dream team of angels and guides and I literally pick up like a mom, like your, I don't know if your mother's still with you, but I feel like your mother or a mother figure, there's somebody around you. She has a mother, she's a very motherly energy. She's very warm, but she's spicy. She takes no shit. And she literally has a rolling pin in her hand. And she's like, all right, you know better. Like I don't know if you've been thinking about your mother lately, but I honestly pick up a woman who's just like, I love you. She's very tender and loving, but she's also someone who, like, I literally hear the word nothing nice. Like, she's just like, listen, don't play with me. Like, I just get that kind of energy or that attitude from her. And I feel like you've got people in the metaphysical, in the spiritual realm who are really wanting you to do well, who are really wanting you to keep going, you know. And the thing that I'm also picking up around you, Mr. Lawton, is that you really are really in touch with your emotions because I feel like um, I literally see you in tears. And what I'm picking up around me is that it's like, it's not saying that people don't see this with you, but I feel like it's a part of you that you don't show. It's very private, but I literally I see you doing a lot of crying and not crying in the sense of regret, but just crying in the sense of like, number one, I got through that and I can't believe how the fuck did I get through it. Number one. Number two, in the sense of just looking at time because you don't dwell too much. You don't stay in the muck and mire for too long. But when you do, I get that you reflect a lot. So that's where the tears come in at. Another thing I'm also seeing around you too is I feel like you either are in therapy or you're wanting to be if you're not in it now, because I'm picking up a lot to do with your sleeping patterns. I feel like they fluctuate. They go up and down, up and down, up and down. And that is because of just, not just you being, with what you've been through in prison, but because you're always thinking. You never stop. Like you can never cut it off. So I wouldn't say cut it off, Mr. Lawton. I would say cut it down. And the thing of it is that I want to say too is that you're gifted yourself. I mean, you've had premonitions. You feel. You're very empathic. You feel for people on a really deep level, and you get it right in your stomach. Because I literally see what I'm being told. I literally see spirit is telling me that when you get insights, you get it from your stomach, and then it comes out of your mouth. And you will be writing another two books, actually, because I'm seeing you. If you're not working on one now, you're gonna be later in this year. But I definitely see you working on a book, and I feel like you're gonna do two. You're probably gonna do them around the same time because like I said, you love being busy. And the reason why I think I'm going everywhere is because your energy is so, it's just, and it's not bad, it's just a lot. But it's fun. It kind of reminds me of, excuse me, of the back of a motorcycle. Like you literally get on the back of a motorcycle, you grab the man by the waist, and that's what it reminds me of in a lot of ways. Let's see, what else am I getting for you? Ooh, something to do with your home. I feel like either like home improvements, because I'm getting upgrading. I feel like you're going to upgrade your house because I definitely see it expanding, you making it bigger. I feel like you and your wife are getting closer. She's understanding you a lot more. But the one thing I would say is when you need your private time, when you need your moment just to be with you, okay, and your stuff, don't close her out. Don't cut her off. Just say, you know what? I need a moment. Give me a minute. Because I really feel like that's the issue for you. You tend to, when you withdraw, you withdraw. And sometimes I feel like she doesn't understand that. And what I'm getting with her is that she 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 thinks from here. She's a heart thinker. She's more of like, well, what, you know. And so with her, it's not that she wants you to just, be crying every 5 minutes. But I think what I'm getting is that you guys definitely are, there definitely is a love here. But at the same token in time, Mr. Lawton, I feel like there's so much about each other that you know, but you don't know, if that makes any sense. So yeah, I really get that with you. And as far as your podcast and things like that, and your merch is going to, like, you keep selling your merch, honey, you're going to be fine. But as far as your podcast is concerned, that's going to get really good and really vulnerable. And really, what's the word? Really a family affair. I definitely see that because I feel like I don't know if you have a daughter or not, but I see a woman. She reminds me of like a daughter figure for me. And what I'm seeing around me is her really getting involved. And but from there, her going like, "Wow, I never knew that," or "I never," or really like just a lot of insight into you that I think you don't really open up about. So it's going to be very cathartic for you, if not, if it hasn't been already. Um, and I'm also seeing you getting into, I don't know if you game or not, or if you're a gamer, but I hear the word Twitch in my head. So I wouldn't be surprised if you don't have a gaming channel. Um, and I do see you gaming and you loving it. Like I said, you're a big old kid. So I'm seeing you, but I also see you doing like old school stuff. So and as we get later into the year, preferably summer, fall, I would not be surprised if you do speaking engagements around that time. I just see you're gearing up for something that's bigger. And I definitely see you doing television. Um, Either like a special or something like that, because I literally see an audience around you. So there's something that you're gonna, almost like a TED talk, but there's something you're gonna end up doing that it's really gonna pack a wallop. And I know you're not doing this for the fame and notoriety. You're not. Excuse me. I am such a awful, awful, awful lady. Anyway, but I know you're not doing this for fame and notoriety's sake. But I just see your profile expanding. But you're really doing this because you really see yourself in so many 14, 15. I see the numbers 14, 15 in my psychic eye. And I really get it. You see so much of yourself in those young men, young women. And I'm also getting you wanting to help. Believe it or not, I'm seeing you really get into helping the Latino community. I don't know why I'm picking it up, but I am. And I really do see you wanting to help minority communities a lot and really get into that, communities of color. And there's just something that you're going to end up doing, and it's going to be towards the end of the year. probably November, somewhere in there, because I get the number 11. So you're going to end up doing a lot of great things. And then I would also say, I'm going to say this too regarding your health. Please get more sleep. Try to get more restful sleep because you sleep, but you don't sleep restfully. Um, Cut back on the red meat if you can. Even though baby, I see you love a thick steak, honey. So do I. I don't blame you. And if you can, I'm getting something to do with either your allergies or something to do with your nasal passages. I don't know if you have sleep apnea or anything, but I'm getting that around you as well. Try to watch that and you'll feel a lot better. You won't look as tired because I know people have been saying, oh, you look tired. You won't look as tired because I feel like a lot of your stuff happens up here and then it affects everything else. So I would definitely say watch your allergens or do, if you have one, get you a CPAP machine and you'll be right as rain. So, that is my reading for Mr. Larry Lawton. Mr. Lawton, if you watch this, I hope, and that's my phone. uh, that's my phone being silly, but um, I hope it helps. And for those of you who are watching this and you like what I've had to say, let me know. If you watch Mr. Lawton, if you watch Larry Lawton, you watch his channel, tell me what you think. Because I think he's fantastic. I think he's wonderful. I think he really wants to help people. And I love how inclusive he is, how welcoming he is. That's actually one of the reasons why I ended up subscribing to his channel because he was very welcoming to members of the GLBTQIA cabaret community. So, with that being said, I am Leo Brown, and I thank you guys so much for watching, for commenting, and subscribing to the channel. Until next time, my sugar bears, I tell you, I say to you, be learnable, be teachable, love yourself, and most of all, be you. Have a great, great day, and I'll see you soon.